because this whatever I am marking in green color, that territory was initially occupied by Pakistan and then that is donated to China or given to China. So this territory is under control of Pakistan, so we are calling this as POK, this as COK. And whatever the remaining that we have, somewhere around less than 70 kilometers, river Indus is practically under control of India. Whereas on paper we have 700 kilometer part, and then river Indus enters in Pakistan, where actually supposed to be Great Indian Desert is there. That is desert of Thar. But because of river Indus, that region becomes fertile, the most fertile region. This is the thing. This is the importance of river Indus. That's why in Vedic literature also we are getting tremendous importance of river Indus. Now we are discussing Indus system. Say river Indus is different and river Indus system. System is consisting of tributaries, then earlier streams also they are considered. Then distributor is also considered. Say for example river Satluj, somewhere flowing from here. Now river Satluj is called as tributary of river Indus, whereas this portion from here to here, whatever we have the branch, we are calling this as distributary. So tributary and distributary. Tributary means there is confluence and then river flows. Two tributaries cause river to get bigger in size, whereas distributary partitioned off the water of river. So practically speaking, just observe here that only this much part we are saying that is river Indus is intact. First, it is gaining water through its distributaries, through its tributaries. And then there is distributary for that. Now, river, when we are calling river system is getting all that we are saying tributaries, distributaries and rivers. That all. Now, if you are talking of only India, not Pakistan, then 90% water through rivers, they are going to Bay of Bengal here, whereas remaining water is going to Arabian Sea. Now, Indus system, that is consisting of tributaries, distributaries of river Indus. River Indus is rising beyond Himalayas system. So if we are calling this part as Himalaya, then just observe this is Greater Himalaya and this is Kailas range. So beyond Himalaya system, that is before Kailas, there is origin of this system. River Sho, Shigar, Gilgit, they are main tributaries of river. Now they are joining in Jammu and Kashmir. Then onwards the river enters in Punjab of Pakistan, where different rivers from Punjab, they are Ravi, Satluj, Jhelum, Chenab and Beas. They are directly or indirectly having confluence with river Indus. Now, whatever that join, that is there in Pakistan. And so, we are considering these rivers as main rivers in India, but it is after entering in Pakistan, they are joining to this river Indus. Now, before Karachi, it is having distributary also. And at mouth means the position where river is entering into sea. There we are having delta land. Now keep in mind, in Greek language or Greek script, they are having two deltas. So first delta, that is denoted by triangle, and this is capital delta, whereas this delta, somewhat shaping D, this is small delta. So when triangle is observed here, just like that rivers getting distributaries, we are getting triangular shape. So that triangle shape is island are observed, that we are calling as delta land. In Sanskrit, the word is more correct, that is Tribhuja Pradesh. Tri, Bhuja sides. So having 3 sides. So this is delta land or Tribhuja Pradesh. That is there. Now, this is the reason that Pakistan is having very high fertile land, because all this river Indus system is main system for Pakistan. No doubt it is important system in Himalayas, and as part of river Indus and system, keep in mind Satluj, Ravi, Chenab, Jhelum, Beas, these rivers are there in India, and so we are studying our first important system as river Indus. Truly we have to say Indian system, we have to focus on next river system, that is Ganga. Now we have name as Ganga, but in English it is pronounced as Ganges. So river Ganges system or river Ganga system, that is the most important system in India. 25% total area of present India is under drainage system of Ganga. Say I am using word system of Ganga. That includes river, again system means tributary and distributary. Both we have to consider. Now Ganga is having origin at Gangotri. It's very easy to remember. Yamuna is having origin at Yamunotri. Ganga is having origin at Gangotri. But practically speaking, 2 rivers or 2 main streams are there. They are forming river Ganga. But still we are saying that river Bhagirathi, that is the main stream of Ganga, that is the original stream. But practically speaking, 2 streams are there. One is Bhagirathi and second one is Alaknanda. These 2 streams in Himalaya region causing origin of river Ganga. Now Bhagirathi is having origin on Gangotri glacier. You are aware glacier is river formed because of movement of ice. And so this is having origin at Gangotri glacier, and then we are saying that Alaknanda and Bhagirathi confluence is there, and it is called as Devaprayag. It is not Prayag, that is Allahabad. So it is called as Devaprayag, where confluence is there, and then onwards we are calling that as Ganga. Now this is most important river, sacred rivers in Hindu religion. There is tremendous importance for river Ganga. That's why many sacred places of pilgrimage, they are always there on the banks of Ganga. So Gangotri itself, then various other spots like Prayag, Kashi, that is Varanasi, and so on, they are situated on bank of river Ganga. So Ganga river is important not only for physical world, but for spiritual, or that is called as religious purpose. The river Ganga is very, very important. Now other tributaries of this Ganga river, there are Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi. From north side. North side means from Himalayan territory or Shivalik territory, these rivers are coming. Whereas from south side also, as we discussed, that this is having plateau and this movement is also there. And so, south side also, rivers are coming to Ganga. They are particularly Damodar and Shon. These rivers from south. Now, important tributaries of Ganga, they are obviously, first one is Yamuna. Now, Chambal, Betwa and Ken. Now, practically, if you say this is also coming from south, actually from north, but later on the confluence is there from south. And then remaining rivers from Rajasthan, they are flowing Rajasthan, MP, they are flowing there. They are Chambal, Betwa and Ken. This system is Ganga system tributaries. Now, here onwards we are having distributary, one of the important distributary of river Ganga, that is called as river Hooghly. The famous city, that Calcutta or Kolkata, that is there on bank of river Hooghly. It is not exactly on coastal line, but just close to coastal line. The Kolkata or Kolkata city is there. This is on bank of river Hooghly. So this is distributary of river Ganga. Now river Ganga is having confluence with river Brahmaputra, not yet shown, but that is there in Bangladesh. And then vast delta land is produced. Part of that delta land is there in India, that is in West Bengal, and major part of that delta land is there in Bangladesh, or in British rule it was called as East Bengal. Try to recollect partition created by Lord Curzon. Anyway, that is history. Again, we are focusing on next system, that is river Brahmaputra. From this is third important system in river Himalayan river system. Now river Brahmaputra is of very doubt and debatable question in earlier days, because many people were having doubt that river Brahmaputra, that is supposed to be river Sangpo. And after careful observations and experiments, Britishers concluded that yes, river Brahmaputra is actually river Sangpo in Tibet, because it is changing its path or direction continuously. Say from Manas Sarovar there is origin. From close to Manas Sarovar there is origin of river Brahmaputra. It flows like that. But that means in initial phase it is flowing westward. It is flowing eastward from west to east. Then at Arunachal Pradesh it suddenly changed out direction and becomes southward, and then eastward, and then it enters in here, where again it is taking sharp turn, acute turn, and there is confluence of Ganga and Brahmaputra, where that region is there in Bangladesh. So first change southwestward, then towards south. Now here, this part is not there in India. This part is there now in China, but in old days it was called as Tibet, where the name of river that is called as Yarlung Tsongpo. I am revising. The name of river is Yarlung Tsongpo, or simply we can consider Tsongpo. So this is the river's name in China or Tibet territory, whereas when it enters in India, it is having another name. Not directly we are calling that as Brahmaputra, but it is having name Dihan. Then it becomes Brahmaputra. So these are the names. So river identified by name as Yarlung Tsongpo or Tsongpo, then Dihan and Brahmaputra. These three rivers are the same because of their origin and nature. We are having different names over there. Now, from north side, Subhamishri, Kamen, Dhanasiri, Manas and Tista. These rivers are joining from north. Burhi Dihan, Disan, Kopoli. These rivers are joining from south to Brahmaputra. Now, this river system is giving three important major parts. Now, Brahmaputra is particularly focused in what we are calling as NEFA, that is Northeast Frontier Area, or Seven Sisters, or rather I am saying that states towards east part of India, that is more in focus, and then it is main river in Bangladesh. Now these three systems we are calling as Himalayan systems. Now we are coming to the plateau region. So from here onwards we are getting plateau region. We are focusing now on plateau